Welcome to this week's weekly reading forecast. Now, I'm not going to say the date because it doesn't matter when you landed on this video. The message and the reading is intended for you. But what I am going to mention is that right now we have a super full blue moon going on right now in Pisces, and it is intensifying manifestation and the energies big time. So I will talk more about that, and I will flip the camera around, show you the cards, and let's begin. Okay, the first card is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a feeling of defeat, feeling like no matter how hard you try, nothing seems to work. Does that sound familiar? And this I'm talking about in not only in one area in your life, but in all areas. It just feels like everything that you've been trying has been going backwards, or it's just not working, and it's actually leaving you to feel things that have happened in the past that didn't go your way, and it just like things that have failed. It's almost like a history repeating itself. I got to tell you something right now. History does not really repeat itself. It's just lessons that sometimes we have to learn. That's just my intake about that. Okay, now the Ace of Wands is inspiration. Dosage of inspiration, a major inspiration coming up. And this is interesting because we have the full moon going on right now. If you're watching this when I post this on August 19th, it is a card of new beginnings, inspiration, fire, passion, and it also relates to finding the light inside of yourself. It's also relates to a new beginning, and this is relating to a lot of things, and it also relates to things from your solar plexus, not so yes, from your sacral chakra. Now, when we're talking about the sacral chakra is the creative chakra, the second chakra that's below your navel, the reproductive system, and so there's a new beginning. Okay, the birth of something coming into your life. Okay, interesting how the moon just fell out of the cards, fell out of the deck when I was shuffling. The moon is interesting because it is a full moon, but if you're watching this anytime other than when I posted it, the moon is actually shedding a light to something that has been dark. So you hear me out? Like the message is coming through. I'm looking at this and everything is starting to form into its own message for you. Okay, so this is telling you that don't look in the past. Shadows are not as they appear. Sometimes we see the shadows and it's how you react. Okay. Now, I know I mentioned about the full moon and about the manifestation that's going on with this. It's good to look at, but then it's good to just let go. This is a good time to release. Releasing, letting go, forgiving the past. When you forgive, when you clear and delete and you let go, you actually make room for more into your life. The Two of Cups came up, and the Two of Cups is being aligned to your truth. It represents partnership. It represents mutual love, mutual feelings between you and someone, but this is also going to be to yourself. This also relates to a higher self. This also relates to partnerships in business. This relates to partnerships in friendships. Whatever your inquiry is about, whatever pops up, these are triggers. Whatever triggers you is the message, because this is a reading for the collective, and it doesn't always, it's not just like you take what you need and you leave what you don't. And so this is telling you that we need to tap into our higher selves. We need to tap into our soul. We need to get out of our way. We need to stop looking at the shadow so much, because when you focus on one thing in your life and that is not going right for you, what happens is that you attract, how the law of attraction works is that you actually attract more of what you don't want because you're focusing on it. And so when you focus on the positive, now I'm not saying that we have to sweep everything underneath the rug. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about stop dwelling on it. The more we dwell, the more we look at things that didn't go right, we just attract those things into our life. Now, I'm not saying to look at and sweep it under the rug. What I'm trying to say to you, what I'm trying to get at, is to release it. If you have to cry, if you have to release, if you have to scream, you just do it. You do it, whatever that is. Go punch a punching bag. Go do a nice, like a hard cardio workout class, or whatever floats your boat, whatever you get. Okay, so these are the messages that I'm getting. Dave is here, and I'm going to, Dave.
Sure.
He's going to give you his input on what he sees.
Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the moon, that's amazing because there's a blue moon, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in the influences, with Ten of Swords, I'm seeing that you felt things just haven't worked out recently. Things aren't working. You feel a little down, a little low, maybe even betrayed about something. But because it's the number 10, it's the end of a cycle. This is passing and leading into the Ace of Wands, which is, I think, the energy coming from the moon and all the power to manifest and the inspiration for you to start planting seeds and following what inspires you and starting to spiral upwards again, leading into, with the Two of Cups, if your question has been about relationships or love, somebody is going to enter your life, or dating is going to become a part of your life, but at the very least, relationships, family and friends are going to be more important. Get out of the house a bit, resolve any minor disputes with people, because that kind of energy will, if you are looking for a relationship, that will help you attract it. That will clear the way toward manifesting that relationship, if that is what you're looking for. But otherwise, it will clear the way in every other area of your life.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Now, with being in the sign of Pisces, you might be feeling a little bit more emotional. Mr. Jasper came up to talk. He's got some messages, perhaps. um, Being in Pisces, you might be feeling a little bit more emotional right now. And even if you're watching this another time, you might be feeling this a little bit more emotional. So the energy of Pisces brings up major manifestation because it is the sign of creation and release, and it is actually the 12th sign of the zodiac. I love Pisces energy because Pisces energy is, as you know, it's a very intuitive, it's a psychic sign. So we need to jump on this, okay? If you're not doing it, you need to do it. You need to jump on this. And the fact that Jasper came into the mix, he's got a message too. Everything that happens during my readings, I always say this in all my readings, is a part of the reading. It's a part of the divination. It's not just the cards, it's everything that comes up. If a siren passes by, it means something. Jasper jumped in the reading, which is boundaries. You might need to start setting some boundaries with someone. You need to start looking at where you are going. You need to take the baby steps. You need to take the small steps. And when you take those small steps to work on putting your best foot forward, you actually attract the things that you want. Look for the small things. And he is, Jasper is, Dave says, he's the Ace of Wands because of his coloring. It's red, the color red, fire, action. So it's very important that you take the action steps, okay? Little baby steps, okay? Now, I'm here to be your cheerleader and coach you on because, as I always do, I'm always looking at the good things, but also you have to look at the bad. When I say the bad, it's just you have to take it apart, look at it, and say, this no longer serves me. This is not here. This does not belong to me. Who does it belong to? You know, whoever it belongs to, it is not mine. It is a story in your mind. It could be your mother's story in your head. It could be your father's story. It could be your ex's story. It could be somebody else that could have shamed you or made you feel really hurt in the past. Those are not here anymore. You got to know that. Things start anew. Nothing ever comes back. There's always a change. We always enter, and we enter a new universe. So just take that with you. Trust the energy. Trust what you hear. Trust everything that's happening. Look at it. Go in a flow state. Flow state is where you want to be. Focus on it. Take that with you. And you will be amazed by what you can attract into your life, and you can live in the dream, live in the life. You can have everything that your heart desires. Okay. So, and if you're interested in getting a longer reading with me, please go to my website, Mary Rose Intuitive, and you can book a session, a reading with me, a video reading like this, or you could book a one-on-one with me. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and make sure that your notification, the little bell that's on top, is turned on so that you are notified when I post videos like this. Until the next time, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Blessings to you.